Hello everybody, and welcome to this TubeBuddy live stream. I'm your host Salma Jafri, and we're going to be talking today about how to grow your YouTube channel with 20 videos. It could be your first 20 videos or your next 20 videos, and of course I'm going to be sharing why 20 videos, all about that. Say hi in the chat below. Let me know if you can hear me, see me, everything is working fine, so we can get started with today's stream. So I'd love to know where you are joining in from. Tell me what time it is for you. It's actually 9 p.m. for me here in Pakistan, but I am excited to be here, excited to present this topic, and excited to connect with all of you. So Mommy and Moya's World, Thai-tastic, Hamster, Gigi Fashion, Erica, BT Rising, Andrew Lau, AHM Pattern. Yay! Thank you all for joining. Amanda Way, joining in from Bangladesh and Thailand and Las Vegas, New Jersey, London, Barbados, New York. 9 p.m. Yep, at it. At work on a Wednesday night. Yes, at work. So I'm really excited about today's live stream because first of all, I just want to say that one of the best ways that I've grown my channel is obviously through TubeBuddy, and I'm going to show you how I use TubeBuddy a little bit in today's stream as well. And of course, they are hosting this live stream on their channel, so I hope that you are using their software because honestly, it's my #1 recommendation if you want to grow on YouTube. Obviously, I have a couple of things coming up today, so I'm going to be talking about how many C's do I have here? 5 C's. So we're going to keep it nice and simple, 5 C's. And I'm going to be talking about how to use these C's. Yes, C stands for all these things, right? And I'm going to be telling you what all these things stand for and how you can use them to grow your YouTube channel. So Ike, thank you so much for moderating. And as Ike has just put in the chat, if you have any questions for me, you can use the Google form to ask questions, and you'll be able to put those down, and then I'll spend maybe the last 10-15 minutes of this live stream answering your questions. And also I'll be keeping an eye on the chat as well. So we'll stay in touch, yeah, okay. Hi Brad, it's awesome to see you live here as well. People joining in from Canada too. Isn't it wonderful? Joining in from everywhere. Okay, so I'm actually starting with the first C, okay? And what I want you guys to do is, as I start with this and as I show you different ways that you could possibly grow your YouTube channel, let me know in the chat if you're using that technique or method, whatever you want to call it. So let's start with the first one, and this is something that is a game changer when I teach this to my clients, and we go through this exercise. And one of the things that if you are shy on camera, or if you think that you don't connect well on camera, or if you think that one of the reasons why you might not be growing is because your personality is not coming forth on camera, like maybe in real life it's really easy for you to talk and connect with people, and in real life, but I mean in person, right? Because this is real life too, right? The internet is not fake life. So in person, maybe it's easier for you to talk and chat and converse and, talk about your ideas and things and everything, but as soon as you switch on the camera, it becomes like a device that you're talking to, and it gets a little bit hard. So if that is your issue, then the first method that I have for you is focused on connection. So connection is the first C. Yes, no promotions in chat. I like Hex the Hamster. Why are we at 20 likes when 50 people are watching? Like this up. Yes, heart it up. Okay, so let's start with connection. How do you establish connection on camera? Now, I'm going to preface this with saying that I have a background in public speaking. I have done a lot of presentations in when I was in 9-to-5 office work. So I've been practicing a lot of techniques with how connection actually works. And I have to say that when you get on camera, all those other techniques don't really work because, think about it. The difference between public speaking and being on camera is that you have an audience in public speaking. You can gauge their reactions. You can sort of get their energy and sort of use their energy and throw it back in the audience and kind of get energized yourself with that. So it's a two-way thing, right? Same for in-person meetings and all of that, right? But what about when you're on camera and you're talking to a device? There's no input coming in terms of an actual person, right? I mean, there could be chat like this. So live stream is pretty cool but how do you actually establish that connection? So the first way to grow your YouTube channel is to make a very solid connection with your audience. And how you can do that is by talking, and game changer tip here is by talking to one person. Think about it. All the terminology that you use when you start your videos. Do you say, hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Or do you start off your videos with, hey everybody, I haven't made a video for a while and here I am today? Or do you say, hello all? Or do you use plurals? Hey entrepreneurs. Any kind of plural, or hey guys, or hey everybody. If you use any of these terms to start your video, let me know in the comments below, okay? Or next to this video, wherever you're viewing comments. And what's wrong with that, or maybe not so great, is that what we don't realize is that people are watching on their devices. And one person is watching by himself or herself. So we're alone when we're watching YouTube videos. We're not watching in a group. We're not watching in an auditorium. We're not watching as a long, big, jumbled audience, right? So Ike is saying I do. Sad face. Don't worry, we're going to change that here. Blush is saying yes, I do. Dingbat World is saying hey guys. Straight Talk is saying yes, I do that often. Let me scroll up. Mommy and Moya's World is saying yes, 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 yes. Okay, yes. Chinonso saying hey, I use hey everybody. Yes, my description starts with hey guys. Yes, okay, so hi Shelly, thank you so much. Mwah. You guys, I just did a collab with Shelly on her channel. If you guys want to go check both of us out, you can check out my YouTube channel as well as Shelly's. Okay, so here we go. So how do you actually talk to one person? And again, this is an exercise that I do with my clients. And I tell them to imagine one person. It doesn't even have to be their avatar or their ideal client or the perfect person viewing their video. It doesn't even have to be as fancy as that. But it does have to be somebody you're comfortable with, somebody you went on a coffee date with, somebody you chat with on the regular. Maybe it could be your spouse, your partner, your brother, your sister, your best friend, anybody, your business partner, anybody, right? Who you're really, really comfortable talking to over, in this case, a cup of green tea. So when you're talking to that one person, I actually want you to start your videos addressing that one person. So let's say you're talking to, let's make up a name here. Let's say you're talking to Stacy. So you actually want to start your video off, hey Stacy, how's your day going? I just, want to talk about this thing today that's driving me up the wall, and this is what it is, and blah, 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 blah. And then you get into your video. And what that does is, you can edit that part out, of course, but what that does is it gets you smiling. It gets you in the conversational zone. It gets you feeling comfortable. It gets you out of that mentality that I'm looking at a lens, I'm looking at a device, I'm looking at a camera. And it gets you out of that frame of mind where you're thinking, oh my God, who's watching? Because then you start to relax, your shoulders drop down. You start to use more of your body language. You start to use less jargony words. This is like a common thing I see. People get on camera and they start to use bigger words and they start to, talk more formal. And that's not really all that great for connection. For connection, conversation is great, right? Being able to talk to one person. And here's the test. How do you know you're doing this right? When you start receiving comments on your video saying, it felt like you were talking to me. Oh my God, this was so relatable. I could just feel what you were saying, like as though you were saying it to me, right? When you start getting those kind of comments, that's when you know you're doing it right. So I'm going to jump into the chat section here and say, what are you guys saying? What is this friends thing you speak of? No idea. I don't even have any friends. Yes. Okay. I love you guys. You're like, what if I don't have any friends? Just imagine somebody who you're comfortable with, right? Imagine me. I'm such, imagine people on the TubeBuddy channel, all the live streamers, a great bunch of people. We're all happy and willing and and ready to support you and ready to support your YouTube journeys, right? Imagine us if you're having trouble imagining. Okay. I feel like you're talking to me right now, right, Erica? That's the thing. Like I'm literally, so I'm in that place right now, right? I'm not doing a presentation. I'm having my green tea because it's late at night for me and I want to like end the day not on a high caffeine note. So I'm having green tea right now and I'm going to just relax and have fun with you guys and chat about the ways that we can grow our YouTube channels, and it's all good. It's all very natural, right? So that's how you want to be. But if the other person talks too much? Well, the good thing is, and I often like to say this, that being on video is great for introverts, really. I'm an introvert myself, like a large part of my personality is introversion. And I love being on video because nobody can interrupt me. Nobody can, like, it's so hard for me to insert myself into a conversation that people are already having. And it's so hard to sort of just, I feel like I'm interrupting people. But when I'm on video, I'm not interrupting anybody. I'm not forcing, them to watch my video in any way. They're the ones who are choosing to watch, so it's on demand. And I feel like it's a great way for introverts to really express themselves, express their opinions, which they may not be as comfortable doing in a gathering or even in a crowd of people or even amongst friends. Sometimes it's really hard for us to share ideas. And I mean, if you come over to my channel, that's what I do every week. I just share my ideas. I share what's working for me, and nothing is too researched or too scripted, because I'm always talking about things I've already been through or things I have personal experience with. And so, that's what works for me. So I think it's about time I get to the second tip. But I like how you guys are all sort of connecting with the introverted thing, and then other people are like, well, I'm not an introvert. Well, that's the good thing. This technique works for everybody. So you don't have to be an introvert or an extrovert or an ambivert. Like, you can be anything, and this technique still works. Hi, Renee. Thank you so much for coming and watching. It's a great topic. I never really thought about video plus introverts this way. Yes. We are changing the scheme of things. Awesome. You guys, I'm loving all the really, really valuable comments coming in. I'm loving the insights from you guys. Okay, so let's get on. Who's ready for point number 2, right? Point number 2. So I do have something prepared, and this is how I like to normally run my videos. Have a little bit of scripting and outline. So Brad, I think you were asking me, are your videos scripted? So they kind of are, but they're kind of not, because obviously I'm just talking right now, but I do have a list of things I want to go through. So I like having that structure. Keeps me on track, especially for recorded videos. Not so much for live, because you want more conversation in live, but it keeps me on track for the recorded videos, and I don't ramble too much. Okay, so the second way, and all the ways that I'm discussing here, you can sort of decide which one is the one you want to focus on depending on where you might be the weakest right now, or the one that you need to really learn at this point. Maybe you're good at 4 of them, but there's one point in this list that you're not. So do watch till the end for all 5, because they're all ways that I've personally grown my channel. I know so many other people who are growing their channels using these techniques, so they're all valuable. Okay, so the second one is content. And so what do I mean by that? So let's take an example, and I'll use an example of one of my clients. So she wanted to talk about nutrition and healthy eating and weight loss. And when you look at the weight loss niche, obviously it's huge, it's humongous. And how do you compete as a new video creator? Like, how do you even make videos on topics that are going to get found in the sea of content and amazing content that's already out there? So how do you choose what topic you're going to talk about? Because that's really important for growing not just your channel, but that video as well. So I use TubeBuddy to do this. And keeping with my example of my client, so I told her, okay, weight loss. So let's talk about, okay, I want you to brainstorm 50 ideas of what you want to talk about, how people can holistically lose weight, right? So she brainstormed 50 ideas. Great. Step 1 done. And that this is the exercise that we go through in my coaching program. So you brainstorm 50 ideas, and I give you a bunch of tools to brainstorm ideas using those tools. Or if you just have like ideas in your head already, you can just do a quick brain dump. Okay, so then once you have those 50 ideas down, you start putting them into Google keywords, or sorry, just into Google itself, and you have keywords everywhere downloaded. So that's the first tool, and you have TubeBuddy downloaded. And I literally have both of these open on 2 different tabs in my browser, and I toggle between them. So I'll put the keyword in Google, and then keywords everywhere is going to tell me the search volume, right? So she started typing in, okay, the connection between weight loss and when she typed in the connection between weight loss and, Google autocorrect gave us all of these options, and she chose one from there, which was sleeping. Like, is there a connection between weight loss and sleeping? Could you be sleeping too much and therefore you're not gaining weight, you're not losing weight as fast as you want to? And we researched that topic a little bit, and it turns out that sorry, you just told me that I lost the stream there, so I just want to make sure I'm back. Apparently my internet connection has decided to not cooperate, so I'm just testing. I think it's back now. Okay, so coming back to the example I was giving you. Oh, saying you might experience a little bit of buffering. Okay, so I think we can continue though, right? It left and came back instantly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so to continue with that example was that, so we decided on the topic that was, yeah, it is saying it's a bit laggy. I'm afraid I can't do much about that though right now, but hopefully it's gonna just stabilize a little bit. So stay with me. This is gonna be valuable, even if it's just a little bit laggy. Stay with me. Okay, so let's go on to, so she actually did a video on the connection between weight loss and sleep. And so, what you have to do is find the right content topics, and that topic is getting her a lot of views. It's ranking well on her channel. It's currently getting the most amount of views out of any of the videos that she's done. So really it's about choosing the topics that are going to grow your video and that are going to grow your channel. And you cannot choose topics that are highly competitive or too vague. Like if you were to do a video on, let's say, procrastination, right? It's so broad. There's so many TED Talks on it. Like, how are you going to compete with that, right? So what my strategy is to find the gaps. Find the topics that are high in demand. So there's like literally a gap, like a physical gap here. Like a lot of people are searching for it. So let's say search volume is like 1,000 searches a month and competition is low. Let's say only 20,000 videos exist on that topic. And I know 20,000 videos might sound like a lot to you, but take a look at those videos. Maybe they're a year old, maybe they're 5 years old, maybe they're low quality, maybe we have outdated information. There is always something you can improve if you take a look and do your research. And that's what I really mean by finding the gaps to grow your channel. Find content topics that have potential. So as a small YouTuber, you want to sort of like slide into those gaps, right? And you sort of want to make sure that you are not creating content on topics that are highly competitive or highly saturated, but you're being smart about your content selection. You're being smart about your topic selection until you're at a point where you can compete with the bigger players. Okay. Yes, YouTube loves fresh information. Agreed. Yes, leave a like if you are enjoying the content. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Is it hard to rank on a topic that others are already ranking high on because Google search gives you mixed info? So yes and no, it is hard, but like I said, try and find the gaps in that topic. So I give you a really quick, another example from my channel. I wanted to do a video on Facebook groups, but that was very competitive, but the term how to monetize your Facebook group was not as competitive and still had a high enough search volume to make it worthwhile. And so I made that video, and then all my other other videos of Facebook groups started to rank as well. So once you find those gaps, the effects are kind of like a ripple effect. You know, you start ranking for that term, monetize your Facebook group, suddenly you start ranking for Facebook groups marketing as well, and other related terms. And so it's really interested if you start small, you find those gaps, get that, really spend time on your video SEO, use TubeBuddy and use keywords everywhere. Like I said, I use them in conjunction. Literally, I have both windows open at the same time and I toggle between them, trying to find something that is going to fit and fall right into that gap, right? And that's how you can grow that video, which will eventually grow your YouTube channel. Okay, quick reminder, if you have questions, you can put them in the Google form, which is in the description. So yes, let's go on to point number 3. Before that, let me answer one more question. Is it okay to create more than one channel to share different stories, one for cooking and crafting? Oh yeah, absolutely. If the audiences for them are going to be different, then it makes sense to create different channels. If you have the same audience, but different topics within that or different viewpoints within that, then just create separate playlists. John Spike is saying that's what I need to work on, getting my videos out there more. Absolutely, John. I like this live stream right now. Drew is saying, as I just posted the last video in my first series, and now I'm researching my next set of videos. So awesome that you're doing this. Rock on, Drew. Thank you so much for your wonderful, detailed comment. Absolutely love it. I have 127 subscribers right now. Watch time is really good. Okay, so if you're liking this live stream, make sure you heart this up. Leave lots of comments so I can answer them and also put your questions in the Google form inside the description. Okay, now let's move on to point number 3, another C. So the third C is consistency. Don't groan. I know you're going to be like, it's so hard to be consistent. And how do I get on a schedule? I'm going to give you some tips that are going to make you go, well, hopefully they're going to make you go, wow. Okay, hang on. Okay, so first up, I have a question for you guys. So when we talk about consistency, what do you think? Do you think that you have to upload a set amount of content, you know, let's say per week? Or do you see consistency as being just regular on your channel? Or are you just not consistent right now and you just upload whenever the muse hits you, whenever inspiration comes, right? So I get it. Consistency is the hard part, says Chris MG. Hex the Hamster, it is so hard to be consistent as an animator. Don't say that word. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. Okay, so let's talk about this, right? Hey Harley, good to see you here. Yes, consistency is being regular. I used to be consistent, but life ends up hitting me in the face. So let's replace consistency with a P word. P. Priorities. You know the saying, if it's your priority, you'll make the time, and if it's not, you'll make an excuse. That used to be me prior to 2017. So that's kind of like wishy-washy with my YouTube channel and be like, I don't feel like doing a video today, but really what I wanted to say to myself was that it's not my priority. Like I'm not invested, like I don't believe this is gonna work, right? And so when you don't believe that and you don't actually think it's gonna make a difference, then you're not going to be consistent. So replace the word consistency if it drives you up the wall like it does me. Replace it with priorities. Like, what is my priority? And it's perfectly fine to say, well, you know what? It's not my priority right now to make weekly videos or to make regular videos, right? So you can just be like, okay, it's just not my priority, and just be honest about it and own it and be okay with it. On the flip side, if you're like, no, it is my priority and I really want to make consistent production a priority, then like Renee was saying here, one aspect is batch production, where you film like 4 or 6 or even 8 videos all in one go, like back to back. Like that's an awesome way to get really, really productive. But I have a few more easier tips for you, let's say. Okay. So let's talk about why and how this is important. And maybe if you understand the science behind it, it might help you to wrap your head around how to be consistent and how to make that a priority. So Um, Having a consistent video output is good in 3 ways. So first, it's good for you because you get the discipline to create videos, and obviously with each video that you're creating, you're learning, you're getting better, you're getting feedback, all of that stuff is happening. And obviously it's good for your audience because they're able to trust you. So consistency breeds trust. If you show up every day, like let's say Tuesday 9 a.m., you have a video uploaded, your audience starts to sort of vibe with that routine. They sort of expect your videos, and even if you're feeling like they're not, they really are. It matters, and they see you being consistent, and a funny thing happens, they just start to trust you more. Psychology 101: consistency breeds trust. Okay, now let's talk about what the YouTube algorithm does when you're consistent. And this is something that I see on my and inside my analytics, right? It's really funny how this happens. So let's say I upload a video every Tuesday 9 a.m., right? Now, when I look at my analytics, every time I upload a video, so there's a spike, right? So it goes up and then it comes slowly back down. So every Tuesday there's a spike. Now, what happens if I don't upload a video on a Tuesday? Now, what the algorithm is doing, right? Or maybe it's viewer behavior which is driving the algorithm. So the spike starts, I can see the view count going up, and then dun, 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 I didn't upload a video. And so it flatlines and goes back down. So the interesting aspect here is that the YouTube algorithm is actually gearing up to support you. It's recommending your content more at that point, just at that point where you're about to. So it's actually preempting your consistent upload. Isn't that fascinating? I found it really, really fascinating. I was like, whoa, like the benefits of consistency are like, wow, it's like the algorithm is sort of like almost like cheering me on. It's like, yeah, here comes another video, woohoo! You know, it's like my cheerleader, and it's like it's gearing up to support me. And when I don't deliver, it's like, uh-oh, I guess not today, and then views go back down. And so I find it really interesting how you benefit as the creator when you're consistent. Your audience benefits and builds trust in you, and the algorithm supports you. And so it's really wonderful how these three things come together. So if you want to grow your YouTube channel, like literally the algorithm is going to support you if it recognizes that you're on a consistent schedule. And you can test this out for yourself. And I think I should talk a little bit about like why 20 videos, or maybe I'll leave that till the end because I have some interesting stuff to share about why 20 videos. Okay, so let me jump in the chat and see what you guys are saying. My challenge with consistency is time. Hi Patty, I'm uploading regularly as I can, but regular life is exhausting for me at the moment. That's fine. I think that as long as you just stick with it, it will get easier, but also plan ahead. I think a lot of people, they have like an upload schedule, but not a production schedule. And we forget, and it's very common and very real, to forget to schedule time for the actual production, because obviously that takes a hell of a lot of time, right? So yeah, so I think if you put that in your calendar, okay, blocking out 4 hours today to film this video, blocking out 4 hours to edit this video, blocking out 2 hours to do keyword research on this video. And obviously, as Renee was saying earlier, if you can batch process all of these things, it'll get a lot easier. But I didn't do batch processing until I think at least 1 year into consistent production. So it's hard. If you can do it faster than that, kudos to you, honestly. It's really, really amazing when you can actually get that to work. 28 hours. Okay. So you guys are leaving a lot of different comments here, but I'm going to stick with the topic. I don't want to go too off topic just now, but yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the fourth one, which is community and conversations. 2 C's mixed up in there. So what I want to know from you is just a real quick question. Do you respond to every comment that comes into your YouTube channel? And I'm going to follow that up with another question. So you can answer this one first. Do you respond to every question that or every comment that people leave on your YouTube channel? So that's the first question. Now the second, which you can answer in a separate comment, is how often do you leave comments on other people's YouTube channels? So Furious is saying, yeah, I don't get comments, but yeah, yes, every comment gets a reply. Yes, 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 even the hater comments. Good one, Brad. I have yes, so far, yes. Okay. I try responding to comments, whether it's replying in the comments or doing a video on all of the comments. Excellent. Okay, it's really difficult for me to don't leave comments as often as I should. Rarely. I do all the time. I comment. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about how we can make this process easier. So first of all, leaving comments on other people's channels and responding to every comment on your own channel is a fabulous way to grow your YouTube videos and your channel, because all of this counts as engagement. And as you know, engagement is being seen by the algorithm as a metric for growth. So the more engaging your content is, the more people are interacting with it, whether they're liking, sharing, or commenting, the more chances are that YouTube is viewing this video as valuable, because people are interacting with it, they're engaged with it, they're spending more time on it. So all of that counts as good signals to the algorithm, right? Okay, so now I'm going to give you a really cool trick for if you're not getting comments. I think Furious, you said this, that you don't get many comments, right? So here's a really fun way to get more comments on your YouTube channel. Let's say you're talking about something and you want to actually pause in your video and make a section in your video asking the viewer what they think. So you want to say like, okay, so this is what I think, but what do you think about this topic? But there's a caveat. Do not make it a yes or no type question, and do not make it a very complicated question. So maybe saying, what do you think about it, is too open-ended, and maybe asking people to choose a yes or no answer is too easy, because or not too easy, but the purpose is conversation. So if they answer yes or no, it stops the conversation, right? So I'm going to show you how you can actually ask questions so that people are going to go in the comments and leave answers. Okay, so one way that I like doing this is I like to pick a topic from within my video and ask people a question related to that. So my last video was about profitable YouTube niches, and my third point was choosing to make videos on topics which you can become an affiliate for. You can sell products, right? And so I asked a question and I said, what product do you think you could review on your YouTube channel that falls within your niche? So that is an example of a question I would ask. And when people answer and they say, oh, this is the product, then I can follow that up with, oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, what does this product do? Or have you used it? Or whatever question I want. And then they'll answer again. And then I'll ask some other question. And so it's a conversation. So your objective is to establish dialogue. And you know how like in Facebook, if you start a conversation, you get that little icon that says conversation starter. How many of you have ever had that next to your name? That means you already have the skills to start a conversation. So all you need to do is ask a relevant question, and then people are going to start to answer in the comments. And then you want to heart up every comment and reply to every comment. So you don't just want to say thank you, because that ends the conversation, right? You want to say thank you and what did you think about this? Make it relevant to the video. Or how do you feel about this? Or what are you doing about this? So you want to constantly be having that conversation. So that's on your channel. Now, what about other people's channels? So you want to regularly go to at least 5 other channels that upload regularly. And as soon as they upload, like within the first 24 hours, leave a comment on their channel. People are going to get curious and they're going to come and check out your YouTube channel. It sounds like something small, maybe kind of like maybe it's not going to work. Or maybe it's going to be like, oh, I don't know, like, is this even worth it? But it works. And the cumulative effect of doing this on a regular basis, just 10 minutes maybe a week, like not even a day, right? 10 minutes a week. Just go to all the new videos published from the people that you're subscribed to that are in your niche or in complementary industries or verticals. And that was a marketing jargon. Sorry. Okay, let's just stick with niche. So yeah, let's jump in the chat. Okay, I'm on this thing. I am leaving a comment here. Yay! Awesome. James, showing all y'all love. Shelly. Oh, are you guys talking about... I saw VidCon in there somewhere. So yes, I'm missing Andrew. He's at... Well, not at VidCon yet, but I think he's headed there. I hope he's going to have a good time, and I'm sure that there are going to be lots of updates. Yes, but should we really be hearting a troll comment? I prefer to ignore them. Straight Talking Fedora is asking. Really great question. I don't normally heart troll comments, but if it's something that deserves an answer, I will reply. So there'll still be some interaction, but I won't heart it up. When I started asking questions, Ike is saying I started having better conversations in my comments. Absolutely 100%. Yes, I reply to all comments saying Steve is saying, and comments on as many channels as in my area as possible. Absolutely amazing, Steve. Okay, cool. So you guys are down with this. I have been pinning questions too. Yes, great tip there, Yarn Dragons. Absolutely amazing. Nick had a really great point on how to deal with trolls, but in general, I wouldn't respond to trolls with a heart. But yeah, that's kind of what I said as well. No heart for the heartless. I love that, Shelly. Okay. I wish it showed who gave thumbs down. No, you don't want to know. You don't want to go there. I put up a quote in my Facebook group today, which was like, if you're so concerned about what people say, like both in terms of compliments and criticism, then you care way too much about what other people think of you. So it works both ways. If people love you or if people hate you, either way, you have to love yourself first. Doesn't matter what people say, because that you can't always just give in to what everybody else expects of you. You have to have expectations of yourself. Self-love, self-care, build a brand you love. That's my mantra. If you go to my channel, that's what you're going to hear. Okay, so let's move on to taking a sip. Okay, let's move on to point number 5, right? So we covered connection, focusing on talking to one person. We covered content, choosing content topics that fill the gaps. We covered consistency. So consistency is equal to prioritizing. And if it's not your priority, it's okay. But if it is, then act like it. And then we covered community and conversations, right? So we covered these 4 C's, and I'm going to go on to the 5th C of growing your YouTube channel, which is collaborations. Collaborations have been the #1 way that I have grown my YouTube channel. And the first question I always get is, well, how do we find people to collab with? And a really good example of doing it the wrong way is just to hit somebody up in their YouTube comments and say, yo, want to collab? So creepy. Okay, so I could say, oh no, collabs. So dreadful, right? It's like we just close up. We're like, no, we can't approach other people. Oh no, what are they going to say? What if they say no? Oh my God, rejection. Crap. We're so scared. Okay, so let me tell you how to do collabs the right way. And speaking of collabs, Shelly and I just did a collab on both our channels, right? And so you want to get together and, collab, Star Academy. I love it. It's so freaky. Okay, so Shelly and I just did a collab. But here's the thing. We've been friends, I'm guessing, for at least a year, right? And you might think, oh, no, I have to be friends with somebody for a year before I can do a collab. No, that's not the point. The point is that in order for you to approach somebody for a collab, you first have to have a conversation with that person. You can't just slide in their DMs or in their YouTube comments or wherever you want to slide into and just make an ask. You can't just do that because they're gonna feel like you're stalking them or you're just being a little creepy and they don't know you. Like, what are they gonna say yes to exactly? They don't know you. They're gonna host you on your channel? I don't think so. So one of the ways that I found really works to get to know somebody is to join a Facebook group. So one of the first Facebook groups that I joined, excuse me. Oh, I thought that was going to be a sneeze, but it was just a burp. Sharing it all here, right? Okay, so one of the ways that I did was I joined a few groups of other video creators. And I started talking to people. So I started talking to Nick, for example, right? Started talking to Brian, all the people you see on the TubeBuddy live streams. Started talking to Shelly, started talking to Jessica, started talking to Owen, there's so many amazing people. Roberto, so many great people who are on this channel and in my niche. So what you want to do is find people in your niche, and then the way that you find them is, one of the ways you can find them is by joining Facebook groups and just start talking. Somebody leaves a comment, or makes a post inside a Facebook group, you respond to it. You do that 50 times, they're guaranteed to notice you. You say, hey, I love your channel. You leave comments on their channel. You strike up conversations, all very natural. This is not, I'm coming in with an ulterior motive here or anything like that, right? And then you'll know when the timing is right, when you're both at that level where you're like exchanging messages inside Facebook Messenger, or you're DMing each other, and you'll get to that comfort level. And that's the point where you want to say, hey, you know what? We should do a collab together. And the other person will be like, totally, yes, let's do it. And that's the reaction you want, right? You don't want that awkward rejection. So what you really want to do is you want to make sure that you make friends before you do collaborations. Of course, there's software out there and services out there that are going to connect you with like-minded collaborators, but I like to get to know people who I'm going to feature on my channel. I don't know, maybe you're not too bothered and you'll feature whoever, but I am very particular. I want to know people. I want to feature people who I love, who I trust, who I want to do business with, who I want to work with, who I want to have coffee with, who I want to go out for lunch with. Yes. So absolutely, you want to put in the groundwork of being friends before being collaborators. And, that relationship is going to pay off in all sorts of ways. You're not just going to become collaborators, but you're going to become each other's biggest supporters. You're going to be the person who's going to be in the notification squad and saying first comment, and you're going to sort of build each other up. And the more that person builds you up, you'll be like, the law of reciprocity. Somebody does you a favor, you kind of want to do that favor to them as well. And it's just, psychology. I know this is like the third time I've mentioned psychology, but yeah, it works. So you just want to do all of this. Let me jump into the chat here. When I first started, I've done some collabs with people who I don't even talk to anymore, or even before or after the collab. So that's like, it's fine. And maybe it was useful, but you really want to use collabs as sort of like as a tool to deepen relationships, Roberto likes to stalk these. I totally agree with everything you said. Well said. Thank you so much, John. How does an unboxing channel do collabs? Oh, good question. So an unboxing channel would maybe partner with some other unboxing channel, maybe in a complementary niche. So let's say, I have an unboxing video coming up, right? It's of a gimbal that a company has sent to me. So if that was like my regular shtick, then I would maybe go to another complementary channel that does tech reviews, start leaving comments there, start looking at their gimbal reviews, seeing what other products they receive that they do unboxing on, befriend them, and maybe, get to know a little bit more about them, sign up to their newsletter, check out their website, follow them on social media, comment on their stuff, comment nicely on stuff that I like, keep my mouth shut on stuff I don't like, basic rule. Don't say anything if you're going to say anything negative. And then maybe, one day we'll be like, hey, let's do an unboxing video together. And what product are you receiving next? Oh, great. That would be a perfect fit for my audience. Perfect. And, you could just sort of work that out and have unboxing videos on each other's channel. So just like any regular collab video. Yeah. Okay. How to gain collaboration. I don't think you really gain collaboration. The Midnight Raven, exchange recipes and cook a recipe from another channel's cuisine. Yeah, that's something you could do. Should we both cook the same dish and try each other's dish? Why not? I actually know somebody who does that. It's about psychology. Full disclosure, I'm a psychologist. I knew that. Yes, TubeBuddy is an amazing plugin. Cannot say that enough. Okay. Okay. So now I want to get into, I've covered the 5 C's, and I want to get into what was in the title of this video when we started, why 20 videos. So this is like a very personal outlook, but I am a big believer of this. So when I started, 20 videos helped me perfect a lot of things. So it helped me perfect the direction I wanted to go in with my videos. It helped me commit to the process. And 20 videos really means like if you're doing this on a weekly basis. So 20 videos really means that you are maybe creating weekly videos for five months, right? Yeah, why 20 videos? Because 19 is just a weird number to pick. So 20 videos, the psychology behind 20 videos is that it gives you a sense of professional achievement. I was like, okay, now I am confident that I can take my YouTube channel and share it. And you know what I did? The first entity that I went and approached with my YouTube channel was the Entrepreneur Media Network. So at that time, I wanted to be a contributor for Entrepreneur, and it's really hard to become a contributor because they receive like, I don't know, thousands of applications, and you know, writing a blog post for them or whatever, it's like a really saturated place to be. But then I saw that they had just opened up their YouTube channel and they were looking for video contributors. So I said, hang on a second, let me first make some good quality videos on my channel and then I'll apply. Because if I apply right away and they come to my channel and they see nothing or just a few random videos or bad quality videos, why would they choose me, right? So I made 20 quality videos with that goal in mind. So I made those 20 videos, I sent in my application and it was accepted. And I became a contributor in, I think it was January 2016. I'm still a channel partner with them. And that was like a really good way for me to get my thoughts to a broader audience. So Entrepreneur has a really broad audience, as you guys know. And they then syndicated it out to a couple of places, MSN and Yahoo and I don't know where else, Roku TV, Apple TV, like all sorts of places that content got syndicated out to. So it was a pretty big deal, and all it took was 20 quality videos. Okay. It gave me the confidence to approach these people. So another thing that I did, when I had 20 videos down, and I'm talking 20 quality videos down, right? Then I applied for my first ever international speaking gig. And before that, I was like, no, I'm not qualified. No, I don't have anything to say. I mean, how would people even see that I'm worthy of putting on their stage, right? But when I'd made those 20 videos, I applied to speak and I was accepted because they came to my YouTube channel, and that was like part of the application process. The application was you have to be presenting on camera, right? So I presented on camera and so I used those 20 videos to really leverage my opportunities. And what I'm coming to in this is that you can do the same. Why 20 videos? Because it's going to give you the confidence. It's going to be a large enough time frame for people to see that you can create on a consistent basis. 5 months is a good time frame for people to see that you're serious, you're committed, you can get results, you can keep up that professional quality, and you have something valuable to say, right? And 20 videos gives you the confidence that, okay, now I can actually go and pitch. Now I can leverage my YouTube channel for bigger, better opportunities. It gave me the chance to create my first course. It gave me the chance to go after brand sponsorships. Having those 20 videos in my bank, in my repertoire, in my resume almost, if you will, very job term here, but if you look at it, you're building up your credibility, right? Renee is saying, I am starting a new series and I'm totally going to use your 20 video approach. Yay! Awesome, Renee. So I find that if you can commit to 20 videos, that is such an awesome start to your channel. Maybe the next 20 videos doesn't just have to be, if you're just starting, maybe the first 20 videos, but if you've already started, doesn't matter where you are in your journey, commit to doing 20 very focused videos, focusing on all the 5 things I talked about: connection, content, consistency, community, and collaborations, right? Focus on all of these, get your 20 videos done, and everything will start to fall in place. When you approach people for collabs, they'll come to your channel, they'll see 20 quality videos on your channel. Erica, that's a great question. What's needed in a quality video? So obviously quality is subjective, but I like to define it as if people find value in my content, then it's quality content. And I typically judge that in terms of the comments that are coming in the videos, and also by watch time and views. So if people are watching 4 minutes of an 8-minute video, that means they're getting some quality out of that. And if they're leaving comments, which is obviously a very clear indicator, and they're saying in those comments, this was helpful, this was valuable, this was great, which if you go back to my channel, you'll see that valuable and helpful and relatable are some of the terms people use a lot when they're commenting on my channel, because that's what I'm striving for. I'm always striving to be very relatable and very valuable tips, at least. And the reason I know those tips are valuable is because they helped me in my journey. So everything I say is from personal experience, everything that helped me. And I know that if you're in that place or in that position that I was in back then it's probably going to help you too. So that's one way of gauging quality. So you guys are talking about like a YouTube series, and I did a video, I think a couple of videos down, maybe two or three videos down, where I talked about how to plan a YouTube series. And that was a well-received video. People said this is amazing, and it's really simple. I'm not going to go into that video here, but go and watch that. It is a really simple video. Before I jump into the Google form, I do want to say that I have a webinar coming up on Friday where I'm going to go into detail on how to use your YouTube channel to build your business and your brand and earn an income from YouTube by branding yourself, right? So if that's something you're interested in, I have left a link in the description. You can go and sign up. It's on Friday, September 20th. And if you sign up and you aren't able to make it live, you can still watch the replay. So you can go to that if you enjoyed the stream, and if you want more from me, and if you want to just hang out and chat and connect, then that would be a good next step to take. Okay, now I'm going to, as usual, stumble over the Google form. So let me see, where is it? There it is. And I'm going to walk you guys through this, right? So I'm copy pasting the form in. I'm going to see your questions come up, hopefully. Probably should have done this earlier, right? Always leave it till the last second. And, ooh, and this time I actually managed to get in pretty fast. Okay, cool. So, there are a few questions that have come in here. So let's see them as individual questions. Brad, we're going to answer your question first. Salma, you've got a great channel and it has helped me a lot. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Brad. If you had to pick one, what strategy would you say has most helped you grow your channel? Oh, wow. Okay, good question. Okay, so if I had to pick just one, okay, this is difficult. If I had to pick one in terms of data only, if I'm looking at the analytics graph, just at the analytics graph, I'm looking at my insights, then number 5, collabs have been the biggest jump starters, because every time I've done a collab, my subscriber count has gone up, and I can literally see there's like a shooting straight line up. I guess in terms of data and insights, that has been probably the one thing that has helped me grow. So I did a collab with video influencers. If you guys know Benji and Sean, amazing video creators. I did a collab with Nick, amazing person. You already know him, and that collab helped me a lot. I think my first collab with TubeBuddy helped a lot, or maybe it was a live stream with TubeBuddy. I'm forgetting. It was really interesting, and got like a ton of subscribers from that. So yeah, I think collabs was the number one way. Okay, let's see the next question. Number 2. Okay, so this is from Straight Talkin' Fedora. My last video was title rated very well, weighted in TubeBuddy Keyword Explorer, yet it's had the lowest views of most of my videos. Why would that be? So that's a pretty subjective question. Obviously, I don't know the title, I don't know the video, so I'm only going to hazard a guess here and say that maybe it was too competitive. That could be one reason. Maybe the content was not up to scratch. That could be another reason. Maybe your delivery or your camera presence or your person or your just your what am I trying to say here? Maybe the script was not engaging enough, right? I mean, I know it's hard to hear that, but there could be a number of factors. And you've really just got to go back and maybe tweak the title and see if that helps, if it's just the title that's performing bad. So don't be afraid to make tweaks and change things up. I know where most of us have been conditioned not to mess with the video. And I'm kind of coming out of that straitjacket and be like, you know what? I can mess with a video. I can change things around. Or as Ike is saying, could be the thumbnail. So test it out. I mean, TubeBuddy offers a great feature. It is on the highest license, the Legend license, but it's a great feature called A/B testing. You can test out your thumbnail, your titles. I think you can even do your descriptions. I haven't tried that yet, but you can sort of A/B test which one performs better. So that would be something to do. And don't be afraid to make a follow-up video and see if it's the content. You know, maybe it's just not the right content for your audience. So it's not always about just the keyword, but it's really about how it performs and learning from that. Absolutely. So let's go on. I have a few more questions here. Arts and Crafts Academic. No, sorry. Channel name is Steve McDonald Arts and Crafts. I seem to have some videos with small number of views and others that are far more popular. The popular ones are usually when I have posted the video link on Facebook groups. I'm only a small channel, 470 subs, 3 months old. How can I encourage more traffic through YouTube rather than through Facebook? Well, you know what? All traffic is good traffic. So even if it's coming through Facebook, I would not ding that. I would be grateful for that, and I would double down on it. If your audience lives on Facebook and that's where they're finding your videos, well, great, capitalize on it. Join more Facebook groups or Facebook pages or wherever it's coming from, and double down on getting more views from Facebook. That's fine. I mean, see, the thing is that YouTube's going to be really happy because you're doing what is called starting session time. So if you're bringing people over from YouTube's arch nemesis, Facebook, over to YouTube, then YouTube's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be like, good stuff. So you can continue doing that because what you're doing is starting session times and people are coming in to watch your video, and then maybe they are watching another one of your videos, or maybe they're spending more time on YouTube watching somebody else's video. Either way, the YouTube algorithm loves it. So I would not really be too worried about that. Honestly, I would say just go all in. But if you do want to focus more on YouTube, then search and suggested are your best friends. Make sure that your videos are ranking in search. And suggested is a whole nother topic which I do not have time for today, but that's another great way to make sure that YouTube is recommending your stuff. Okay, question from Shante Roxanne. Hello, I'm trying to get into vlogging. How do I grow my channel and get more views with non-trending topics for vlogging? Great question. Same approach. So you go for vlogging topics that are being searched for. So let's say you're doing a vlog. You want to focus on one story element from that vlog. Let's say you do a whole bunch of things, but you want to focus on one thing, which is, let's say you got a new haircut. So you want to do keyword research on my new haircut, or I dyed my hair, or haircut gone wrong, or whatever. Like, I'm just throwing out suggestions. Obviously, you need to do your SEO on it. So you focus on one element of your story. You keyword optimize it just like any other evergreen video. And then you go and make that video and crush it. Alrighty, let's see. I think we're on the last question. The unboxing experience. Hey Salma, I love the live stream so far. Thank you, thank you. I know that consistency is important. However, I do not buy things frequently enough, and also being busy with schoolwork, hence I can only upload about once a month consistently. Is that okay or is that too infrequent? I would say it's a little bit infrequent. So what you want to do is maybe add in another kind of video to your unboxing videos, right? So maybe if you're unboxing technology, you could actually branch out into talking more about tech and related stuff. Or if you're unboxing, I don't know, toys, you could talk about parenting or childhood or related topics. So try and do an unboxing video once a month, and then bolster your channel with at least three other videos, or maybe more if you can manage it, on similar related topics, complementary to the niche that you're already in. So you want to cater to that same audience, but you want to give them different points of view, different perspective, and different aspects of it. VRK Music, you're saying, please answer my question, but I don't know where your question is. If it's in the form, I've gone through all of the questions in the form. If it's not in there, then I'm hanging out here for another 30 seconds maybe. I mean, if you have a good presence, yes. Yes. Okay. So it's like literally the top of the hour. So I have been speaking for an hour, and I think I'm going to go and rest my voice now. Thank you so much. If you guys enjoyed this live stream, be sure to heart it up, leave lots of comments, and interact with each other in the comments as well. You know, make friends. Remember, we talked about being friends before, collaborators. Do that. And you're going to find a lot of great like-minded people on TubeBuddy's channel. So I hope to see you back on my channel, and obviously better be subscribed here to TubeBuddy's channel. Lots of great content here. And also, if you want to join my free webinar training, the link is in the description. I'm going to be going over how to use your YouTube channel to build your brand and earn an income from your YouTube channel. So that's going down on Friday. If you enjoyed that, please come. Thank you so much, Ike, for moderating. You were absolutely awesome. Great questions also, and great insights also coming in from there. Almost didn't miss Andrew. Oops, did I not? I just said that. No, I actually did miss Andrew a lot. I hope he's having a great time at VidCon. See you guys next time. Until then, take care. Keep making those amazing videos and keep going after what you want to do and build a brand that you absolutely love. Take care. See you soon.